Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Destination Pro Wrestling. This video is absolutely crazy. Keith Lee has come out with some statements post WWE release. Things are going over people's head. Trust me when I tell you guys, this is some pretty crazy stuff because he's actually exposing WWE. We need to talk about that. Also, Kenta has challenged CM Punk. We got to talk about that because it sounds like more New Japan Pro Wrestling stars are coming to AEW. And on top of that, the AEW Rampage ratings have dropped a little bit. So we're going to talk about that. Do I still feel the same way as I did before about ratings? If you guys are unfamiliar, I did start a new YouTube channel. It's going to be my live stream channel. I don't do Twitch or anything like that, but if you guys are fans of video games, this is going to be a channel where I just simply play Call of Duty or FIFA, Madden, NBA, Grand Theft Auto. I don't know. There's a variety of games out there, and I just want to play with you guys and go live. I'm going to actually have a live stream schedule and stuff. More information is coming out on that, so just go ahead and click the link in the description and subscribe if you guys are interested. All right, guys, we're going to talk about AEW Rampage for November 5th, 2021. AEW Rampage did 599,000 viewers and a 0.22 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. Now, of course, this is down from the 623,000 viewers that came in the week before, and it is not the top, well, it barely cracked the top 5 because it came in at the number 5 ranked top 150 shows. So out of that ranking, out of 150 shows, Rampage was still top 5, which is good, but the ratings dropped, and everybody says, Ango, you say ratings don't matter, but then you say they do. Let me just make it very clear. It gets asked a lot on this channel to discuss ratings. I don't really think ratings are a big deal because there's a lot of factors that go into the way we all consume wrestling. I don't think more viewers or key demographics really changes that much when you see it go up and down the way it has been for AEW or WWE. Now, if AEW is doing 10 million viewers and AEW drops to 400,000 viewers, that's clearly a problem. But when you're looking at a company that's viewership is dropping very little, there's so many factors that get into it. It's not the same as it was 20 years ago. So no, I don't think ratings matter. And the good thing is AEW Rampage did one thing specifically for me, and I'm gonna be very honest here. Eddie Kingston and CM Punk are not the young guys of the future of AEW, but for some reason, this right there, that storyline, that segment, that promo, Eddie Kingston just bringing the realness, that right there sold me on Full Gear. If you guys want to know whether or not I was going to pay $50 to watch Full Gear, that right there sold it to me. And I'm saying that because I think Eddie Kingston did so incredible on the mic, CM Punk was able to hold his own, and that's what Rampage did for me. So, you know what? I don't care about the viewers. I care about quality TV. That was an exceptional episode, and you guys agreed. I saw the poll results, so it's just something to think about. Also, we got to talk about Keith Lee. So Keith Lee is one of the first few to come out with his own statements post WWE release. I can't believe people are not talking about this enough, but this is actually really crazy. I'm going to read this off to you guys, and then I'm going to give you guys my opinions because he's saying something about WWE that, again, people are not talking about. So Keith Lee says, greetings and salutations. This day is my birthday. It is not a happy birthday, but it is one I am most grateful for. Several months ago, it was not a guarantee I would make it to this day, so there is positivity in that. I paid all of my medical bills from the many offices and machines I frequented. There is positivity in that. And I do find it amusing that people believe anyone but me paid for my medical expenses. I was going to wait a couple weeks, but I think it is time to look toward the future. Forward march, as I like to say. I am capable of so much more, and I can't wait to see what it looks like properly. I have a wide array of interests and abilities. I also consider myself to be rather open-minded. Here's to a future that, for all intents and purposes, seems limitless. Now, the line that I think needs to be discussed in depth is this one. And I do find it amusing that people believe anyone but me paid for my medical expenses. Guys, if you're not familiar with what happened to Keith Lee during his time in WWE, he took several months off due to complications with this illness that we all know has been spreading for the last year and a half because of the pandemic. Now, YouTube is weird about the way we talk about things. We don't want to get demonetized or, the point is to get the videos out to you guys. Look, here's the thing. WWE has him under contract. This guy is working for you throughout a pandemic. Why can't you assist with these medical bills? Now, I don't know the specifics of Keith Lee's contract, but he came up from NXT to the main roster. There's no way in hell Keith Lee is getting John Cena level money. And at the end of the day, WWE doesn't have to pay all these medical expenses for wrestlers anyways. Like, why not just take care of it? Why not help this guy out? I don't know. There's just something about this that I think is really ridiculous. You're operating your business during a pandemic. Why not assist with that? Just something really weird. And it was very clear that Keith Lee wanted the world to know that that was the case because he made it part of his statement. Again, this just goes to show you that pro wrestling companies need to get better at protecting their talent, especially during a pandemic. And our final story of the day, guys, this one is one that truly excites me. New Japan's Kenta, he calls out CM Punk. This was after Kenta won the IWGP United States Championship, and this is beautiful. As you guys know, we've seen Kenta in AEW before. Because of the pandemic, it's been a little bit of a hard time trying to get talent from the US to Japan, and that's probably going to be the common trend for about another year or so. Hopefully not. But because of that, because of travel restrictions and stuff, you're not seeing a lot of U.S. talent go overseas. New Japan talent are able to come to the States. With Kenta calling out CM Punk, there is actually a lot of belief that Kenta and CM Punk might be in the plans. There are also plans at one point for Tanahashi and Okada to both come to AEW as well. I don't know what is actually going to come out of this. I don't know if they're really going to build Kenta versus CM Punk. Obviously, there is a lot of beauty in that because we know the GTS, obviously both essential to both guys' movesets. Kenta has completely done a fantastic job post WWE. When he left WWE and went to New Japan, it was a breath of fresh air for Kenta. On top of that, we all remember Kenta as Hideo Itami, somebody who had massive potential in WWE. Unfortunately, he got injured. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. And one of the biggest things was when Hideo Itami used the GTS in NXT, this got a lot of people excited about CM Punk versus Hideo Itami. Now that Hideo Itami is no longer a thing, it is Kenta. The fact that he actually has the opportunity to walk through this forbidden door one more time and compete against CM Punk is beautiful. There were rumors that AEW was going to start bringing these matchups for CM Punk and Bryan Danielson because they signed him, and obviously because of the pandemic, they can't go to Japan. If Tony Khan is actually able to make that happen, that is absolutely sick. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. You know what's going on, man. We're always bringing you the updates. This is DPW. Subscribe if you're new here. If you're not, if you're an existing viewer, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace.